Now continue from last video where we just stopped to finding this FDEF, which is effective design service load per unit area in kilopascals. Now continue working on these equations where we need to find this K3 and K4 values. Now the K3 value is given on here as well, but this applied for one-way slab and two-way flat slab. Now the slab which we are working on are rectangular slabs, so and they are supported on the four sides, so we need to come back to the clause 9.4.4.2 where they have give you the K3 value is taken as 1, that is straight away here. Now for K4 it says that, just line below it says that table 9.4.4.2 can be used. Now we have these age conditions given here that we can identify from our examples. Now in these examples we are working on these corner slabs where you can see this edge is continuous, this edge is continuous, this edge is discontinuous, this edge discontinuous. So we can say that two edge is discontinuous. Let's work it out. 4 edge discontinuous. Okay, so if somewhere the 4 edge discontinuous, it does not work. One short edge discontinuous. Yes, if you are working on this one, you have one short edge is discontinuous, it can be condition 2. One long edge discontinuous. Okay, if we don't have that case, but you can identify that one long edge discontinuous. 2 short edge discontinuous. No, that is not our case. 2 long edge discontinuous, we have rectangle, so it's generally applied for the square slabs. Now 2 adjacent edge discontinuous. Yes, we have 2 adjacent edge are discontinuous, so we can pick condition 6. Okay, so that's condition 6 we pick. So you can read through these other conditions yourself. Now once we pick these conditions, we have 4 different options, because you can take 295, 2.5, 2.25 and 2. Now that is depend on Ly on Lx ratio. Now in the previous video we calculate Ly on Lx value. I can show it to you here. Let me find that from my notes where we calculate Ly on Lx value. Let me get that. There you go. We have calculated this Ly on Lx is equal to 1.39. Please refer the previous video where we discussed this 1.39. Now we don't have 1.39. We have Ly on Lx 1. We have 1.25 and 1.5. Now, but we know that this falls between 1.25 and 1. So in that case, I can just use this ruler. So if you just go to the 6 and you can pick 2.5 here for 1.25 you can pick 2.5, 1.5 you can pick 2.25, but we need to find it Ly on Lx ratio of 1.39, so we can use the linear interpolations. 1.5 take away 125 over 2.25 take away 2.5 equal to 1.39 take away 125 over x take away 2.5. There are various ways to do this, but I think this is the simplest for me to explain this linear interpolation. If you simplify that using calculator, you get -1. This subtraction give 0.14. You can bring across this and you can bring -1 here. Simplify, give you -0.14, bring this one plus 2.5 across, it give me x equal to 2.36, meaning that K4 value at 1.34 is 2.36. Make sure you come back and check here. That makes sense, right? It is 2.5, so it should be between 2.25 and 2.5, and it's more towards it moves towards this 1.5, it's almost 1.4, so it's more towards this side, so you can have 2.36, so that makes sense. Now delta over LEF, which is in these equations, which I can show it to you here, which we are working on. Now we work it out K3 and we work it out K4. Now delta over LEF, as I discussed in my previous video, it is called deflection limit. In our examples, that deflection limit is given. If I can show it to you here, that total deflection limit delta on L0 is given 1 over 360. In case if it's not given, I recommend to go on the table 2.3.2 where they have given you that deflection limit. Let me take you that on that tables here. I think that you go table 2.3.2. In here you can find this table 2.3.2. If you are working with the total deflections for all members, total deflection is give you this delta over LEF is 1 over 25. Delta over LEF written here 1 over 2.5, but in our question is given here 1 over 360, so we're going to use it here. But basically we generally use this 1 over 255 for all deflection and all members, but it's given in our question, so we're going to use this 1 over 360. I'm just explain this one in case this detail is not given in the question, so we can find that total deflection limits from the tables. So we know this value. EC is the Young modulus of the concrete, is given in the questions. I think if you go back to the questions, it has given you the EC 3100. Now once you know all these details, you can copy these equations again here for the completeness. Now one more note that I need to give it to you, that this LEF, okay, we have two options, because LEF could be let me go back and show you this one. LEF could be this length, which is let's say 5.5 meter, or could be 7.5 meters. Okay, in our case we work it out that LOX and LOY, I can show it to you here. So we have two options, either you can take 5.15 meters or you can take 7.150. But for the rectangular one, we always take this LEF as a short span. Please take a notes here, we always take this LEF as a short span. So if you have two options, 5.5 and 7.5, or let's say LOX and LOY, 5.15 and 7.15, we always take the minimum between these two, which is 5.15. That's I written here. This small d that we need to calculate, less than K3 is 1, that we found in our this video one, that from the close. K4 2.36, from using the interpolations we use this K4 from this table 9.4.42 over this page. And then 1 over 360, that is given in the examples. If it's not given, you can take it from table 2.3.2 times thousands. Young modulus of the concrete given in the questions. Again, the Young modulus of the concrete is not given, and the concrete compressive strength given. You can extract that from the tables. I think in previous video I show you where you can get this 30,100 Young modulus over FDEF, which is your effective design service load per unit area, and that is in kilopascals. I think we calculated that in the last video, 18.6 kilopascals. Right, so that's, just keep it on the kilopascal, don't convert it into the pascals and so on. The standards already take into account these thousands for the unit wise, so don't play with the units here. Just use this one as it is. Don't forget to multiply 2.36 here. Okay, I also sometimes forget to multiply. I just did this one, I made the mistakes here, so don't forget to multiply 2.36. This simplify give me 38.95150. You know where we taken from. Divide by d. This d, if you just change it, that if you reverse it, you know this sign will be changed. So this less than become greater than. You swap this d over 5150 and you bring it this one across. So d would be 132 millimeters. Now please note, this d is not the overall depth. The one that's sitting here, small d, is not the depth of the slab. Now total depth of the slab, let me write it down here, which is denoted by ds. Okay, so that is the total depth, ds. Now to calculate a ds, we can have a this depth which we calculated time plus the, please note this small d is measuring from the center of the reinforcement to the top of the reinforcement, then radius of the reo and cover. So that's I written here, that is the total depth. Now small d we calculate 132. Radius of the reo, if you can go back to the previous video where we assume N12 bars. For the slab generally we take N12 and N16 bars, so we have N12 bars. Smaller bars and the closely spaced bar is better because we can avoid the cracking. 12 over 2 plus 25 cover. I think that 25 cover given in our questions. Let me find that cover details here somewhere written. Okay, a clear cover to the reinforcement of 25 millimeters, that is given in the, so that is 25 millimeters, substitute here. So the depth of the slab is 163 millimeters. Now I put some notes here. Now a thinner slab would appear, we don't need to have these numbers, we can round it off to be acceptable, and slab depth of ds 150 millimeters will be trial and check later for the deflection calculation. So we are going to use ds equal to 150 millimeters in our examples, okay, just for the economical purpose. But if you take 160 millimeters, it's still fine. You can just round it up +5 every time, so you can use 165 millimeters or 160 millimeters. And but for these examples, I know that it's going to work 150 millimeters, so we are taking this 150 millimeters. But it is nothing harm to take 165 or 160 millimeters, it will still works. So we will continue the solving this example in the next video. But we found this depth of the slab, and that is based on this deemed to conform requirement of AS 3600. Thank you very much.